So, hi guys. Today I'm going to do an intro with a filter because that is why filters are here for days like this. And today we are going to make bread, chocolate bread. Sometimes I hear people call it babka, but me I know it's a chocolate bread because I before I knew that name, I knew chocolate bread. So I'm going to chocolate bread. And welcome to my channel, and I'll explain as we go by. Did I say my name? My name is Imelda Korea. So welcome. Thank you. Okay, so as I said earlier, today we are going to make a chocolate bread. I'm a homemade bread with chocolate. And now I'm going to start by putting my unga. This recipe I began not knowing I didn't have like a lot of unga, so I'm just going to fix it to work with whatever is available in my kitchen, because either way I had planned to do it and I had prepared myself to do it. Okay, so we measure the unga. This cup I'm using is half a cup, so for every two, consider it a cup. So that's a cup already. That's 1.5, and maybe we are going to have 2 cups of unga, okay, all purpose flour. From here on, we are going to add on our other ingredients. Sugar. I'm going to add these 2 spoonfuls of sugar, and I always say be mindful with yeast and sugar. Be very mindful. Those, like, you have to really balance the mathematics here. From there on, I add some salt, just a pinch of it for the sake of balance. And now I'm going to put in my yeast with a teaspoon. That is 1 teaspoon. I'm going to take in another 2 teaspoons of dry yeast. Is it dry yeast? Yes, dry yeast. And I'll mix them together to incorporate my ingredients in the unga. Now I take my warm milk, warm, not like as in just warm. You've put it on the jiko for some 5 minutes and it's warm. And now I'm going to make my dough. Sorry for the camera. Yeah, I don't know what I did, but I'm just kneading. I'm kneading. Now I'm going to unwrap my dough, which I kneaded and I let it rest. I did let it rest. Jesus Christ, I did let it rest for around an hour also. So, and I know it has now risen, or the yeast is active. So I'm going to unwrap it so that I can roll out the dough and put in my mixture of chocolate. You can see my mixture of chocolate, which I've mixed with cocoa, the cocoa powder, and some condensed milk. You can also use normal milk and add in some icing sugar to make it a little bit sweet. If not, so you can hack it by putting like dry cocoa with milk, and then you can add sugar on top of the dough. Like, you'll see what I'll do here, right? Remember, when you use condensed milk, don't use sugar, because condensed milk is like milk with sugar. Okay? My son is sleeping. That's why you're hearing the noise of someone sleeping in the background. So, here, and it's about to rain. I roll my dough, like you can see what I'm doing here, and like to a size that is normal, not like very thin. Just some inches are needed, some thickness. Like, it's not thin, it's thick. Okay, and also don't be like too harsh on the dough. Roll it gently. Now I like apply my chocolate. By the way, if you have Nutella, hey, that's a serious hack. You can use Nutella instead of all this drama. or all these things. You can just use plain Nutella and it's going to be fine. You can call it Nutella bread. Perfect. By the way, you can also use marmalade instead of all this, and it is going to be also perfect. You can switch it up to the way you want your bread, whatever you have in your kitchen, as long as it's bread and the preference of the people who are eating the bread. Here I have children, and children and chocolate. So I'm going to roll it like the way you roll when you're making cinnamon rolls, like that. But instead of now cutting it into rings, we are going to cut it from the middle downwards. We are going to slit it up. Someone is dreaming. They're having a nightmare or what, I don't know. So I cut it carefully and tenderly. I think I'm a rough cook, so that's why you see, but I'm sure you can do better for the sake of the aesthetics. Yes. So I'm going to braid the bread now. Like I'm going to twist so it can have some nice effects. And then at the end, you take the end part down. You like sukuma the end part down. You tuck it. Yeah, you tuck it at the bottom. So I now put it on my greased pan. I greased my pan with butter. You can also do it with oil, whatever you have in your kitchen. And now I'm going to cover it again for another maybe 45 minutes or so that it can rise, or even 30 minutes so that it can rise, and then I'll bake it here. I now add, after it has risen, for those 30 minutes, I apply a mixture of milk and egg. Why? So that I want my bread to have that shiny last look, that shiny golden look when it bakes. So you apply milk and a mixture of milk and an egg. All right. You can also do a plain egg. You can also do plain milk. It's still going to look shiny. Now in the oven. But yeah, I'd forgotten to put in my water bath. I don't know whether you can see it in the camera, but that cartoon down there has water. So when I'm baking it, it has hot water and the bread is on top, because I want the bread to be moist and to bake like nice and spongy, right? So that's why I have the water bath down there. So you wait for your 20 or 25 minutes and your bread is going to be ready. And here we have it. Doesn't it look yummy? Doesn't it look delicious? I'm telling you, fresh bread. Oh my God, it's better than bought bread. You hey, by the way, we rarely buy bread. Rarely. If it's not cake, it's bread, and I make it. Fresh bread. I'm telling you, fresh bread. Oh my God. Just see how I'm cutting it. Look at the moisture. Not the mist, the fog, the hot fog fogging my phone. Bye bye.